Why you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills? She can shoot threes from logo. We never seen that before. That's my point. WNBA legends just dropped some hard truths about the future of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, but let's be honest, they didn't have to. We already know who's dominating and who's drowning. Caitlin Clark is thriving on every level, and Angel Reese, well, she's busy whining and getting humiliated by her own mentors. Yep, I'm talking about Shaquille O'Neal, who didn't hold back while raising Caitlin on Angel's own podcast. How do you think people love Caitlin Clark besides of skills?
I think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills.
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point.
Three from logo, we never seen that before. That's my point. The look on Reese's face, priceless. No one sugarcoating it anymore. Caitlin's a golden child, and Angel's struggling to stay relevant. Caitlin just snagged Athlete of the Year and Rookie of the Year at 22. That's a resume in her first WNBA season. Meanwhile, Reese is all smoke and mirrors, crying for attention while her rivals rewrite the rule book. It's not even a competition, it's a reality check, and Angel's failing it. And I hate her cause you know I'm down with truth. Like she not going to hit that shot, and bam, like damn, she not going to hit that shot. Be like if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you're the truth. Angel Reese has officially hit rock bottom in the basketball world, and honestly she's the one who handed over the shovel. Because while Caitlin Clark is out here rewriting the rules of women's basketball, Angel's big flex is what a meme-worthy taunt during last year's championship. That's not a legacy, that's a TikTok trend. Shaquille O'Neal, Angel's supposed mentor and biggest supporter, just went on her own podcast and threw her under the metaphorical bus. Shaq couldn't stop gushing about Caitlin Clark. He called her a once-in-a-generation player. Embrace yourselves. Compared her to Steph Curry. Yes, Steph freaking Curry, the guy who revolutionized the NBA with his deep threes. Meanwhile, Angel's contribution to basketball innovation involves missing layups. The audacity. Shaq praised Caitlin's unmatched shooting range, her court vision, and her ability to dominate games without breaking a sweat. Let's not forget Caitlin averages 2.9 three-pointers per game, most from NBA range, while Angel struggles to make a layup from 5T. Like a perfect no office guy, he is doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing stuff we never seen before. Shaq even admitted he doubted Caitlin 10 separate times and was proven wrong every single time. That's the kind of consistency that makes legends. What does Angel bring to the table? An overinflated sense of importance and a podcast that she's clear
Office guy.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing stuff we never seen.
Clearly not the star of. Now let's talk about marketability, because this is where Caitlin absolutely buries Angel. Caitlin Clark ranked higher than Ronaldo and Messi on the Sports Pro list of most marketable athletes. Two of the biggest names in sports can't touch Caitlin when it comes to fan engagement and brand appeal. And Caitlin isn't just bringing in fans, she's changing the game's entire viewership landscape. WNBA games featuring Caitlin, they triple the audience numbers. Angel Reese, she's lucky if her name trends for more than a weekend. You getting benched and ultimately not showing up for another game, and Angel knows it. You could see it on her face during Shaq's relentless praise of Caitlin, the discomfort, the forced smiles. It was painful to watch. Shaw wasn't just highlighting Caitlin's greatness, he was indirectly pointing out Angel's glaring mediocrity, while Caitlin's relentless work ethic is turning her into a legend. Angel's off-season highlights consist of Instagram posts in designer outfits. You'd think someone trying to prove they belong in the conversation would spend less time on photo ops and more time in the gym. The numbers don't lie either. Caitlin Clark led rookies in scoring with 19.2 points per game and topped the league in assists with 6.8 per game. Angel, she scraped together 13.6 points per game while becoming a meme for her inefficiency near the rim. Missing layups might be her true calling, because basketball certainly isn't. If you're going to trash talk and act like the queen of the court, maybe make sure your game backs it up first. And let's not even start on Angel's financial woes. She openly admitted her WNBA salary doesn't cover her rent. While that speaks to broader issues in women's sports, it also says a lot about Angel's inability to capitalize on her opportunities. Caitlin Clark, meanwhile, is cashing checks left and right with endorsements that Angel can only dream of. Caitlin is the face of the future, while Angel is quickly becoming the cautionary tale. I hate this question, should there be a co-rookie of the year? And it feels like we are both on the same page here. No, they're not equal. They are not. That's you're going for no. Cheryl Swoops, the self-crowned queen of basketball, has spoken again. This time she's hyping JuJu Watkins as a truth with an unlimited ceiling. But let's not pretend this is anything new for Cheryl, who's made a career out of stirring the pot, ignoring both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese entirely. That's her way of saying thanks for trying, but you're irrelevant now. For Angel, who thrives on validation, the silence probably stings more than any insult. And Caitlin, she's busy breaking records while Cheryl clings to her last shred of relevance by riding the hype. Train typical swoops drama when you come out here and just hate for the sake of hating if you don't shut the up Cheryl Swoops. How about that Caitlin Clark is nice like, well, what are you doing? And so you know she's probably going to go #1 to the Indiana Fever now while Angel somewhere sulking. Caitlin Clark is doing what she does best, making history. Shaq, Stephen A. Smith, and every other credible voice in sports can't stop calling her a once-in-a-generation player, and honestly, who's arguing the numbers back it up? Caitlin's games draw 20% higher attendance than other WNBA matches. She's not just a player, she's a walking, shooting, scoring phenomenon. Analysts are already predicting she'll shatter rookie jersey sales records. That's what it means to have impact. Compare that to Angel Reese, who's still stuck in neutral. Her on-court performances are forgettable, her marketability is flatlining, and her so-called brand is looking more like a bad investment every day. I think that's what draws people to her. She's what you want in a superstar athlete, and then she backed it up with 41 points in the Elite Eight. I mean, that's crazy. And then there's JuJu Watkins, JuJu, the one who's got everyone talking, especially Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl's not just giving her a little pat on the back, she's rolling out the red carpet. The Truth Unlimited ceiling. These aren't just compliments, they're coronations, and JuJu stats back it up in a way that makes you wonder why anyone even bothers to compare her to the likes of Angel. In her freshman season, JuJu averaged 27, 1.7, 3 rebounds and 3 assists per game with a solid 41% shooting percentage and an unreal 85.2% from the free throw line. Those numbers scream superstar, and Cheryl even went as far as to say that if the WNBA allowed early entry, JuJu would be ready to join by her junior year. That's how good she is. JuJu isn't just rising, she's threatening to eclipse everything Angel Reese has tried to build. Analysts are already buzzing about the potential rivalry between JuJu and Caitlin Clark. You heard that right, JuJu and Caitlin. Notice who's not in that conversation. That's right, Angel. The buzz is all about the future of women's basketball being a showdown between JuJu and Caitlin, and let's be real, Angel doesn't even have a ticket to the game. If JuJu keeps this up, Angel's era, if we can even call it that, is over before it ever begins. So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now immediately? Absolutely not. Not going to happen. Okay, not on right. And let's talk about this potential matchup, Caitlin Clark versus JuJu Watkins. Fans are already losing their minds over the idea. Two elite players, two game changers, both driven to dominate at every level. It's the stuff of legends in the making. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is somewhere trying to convince us she's still relevant. Spoiler, she's not. While Caitlin and JuJu are redefining women's basketball, Angel's busy spinning her wheels, stuck in a cycle of distractions and excuses. Call it racism. Here's what I see a white girl out of Iowa straight to, by the way, coming to this league, and this league, which has been around a long time, has never had this much popularity. Black gets that same attention. Okay, she's a rookie, she hasn't done it yet. I'm a little aggravated, but the white girl, Caitlin Clark, for her part, is doing exactly what everyone expects, obliterating expectations. She's not just reshaping the game, she's redefining what it means to be a superstar. Steph Curry revolutionized the NBA with his range, and Caitlin's doing the same for women's basketball. Meanwhile, Angel's dedication, or lack thereof, is the elephant in the room. Her lack of focus on the court is glaring, and her questionable priorities off the court aren't helping. Building a brand is great and all, but if your game doesn't back it up, that brand crumbles faster than your shooting stats just started to come up from the very beginning. On who was guarding Caitlin Clark? With all due respect to Haley Van Lith, she's listed at 57. She might be 57 on a good day. Caitlin Clark is 6 feet tall. And not only is she's 6 foot tall, she's the greatest shooter we've seen. So to put someone on her, here's the harsh truth: the future of women's basketball doesn't wait for anyone. Caitlin Clark has already proven she's a